Next for the sale we have the Jewellery Dishes. 2J1 is this little heart, so this is a second. It's got a really thick glaze in the base and it's got a bit of a crack that just goes through the glaze. 2J2 is another heart, so this one's just got a crack that goes through the base. That one's $5. 2J3 is another heart. This one's just got a blue spot on the inside, so that one's $5. And 2J4 is this white heart. The glaze is too thick down the bottom, so it started to bubble, and you've also got this slight brown discoloration about a bit around some of the edges. So that one is $5 as well. 2J5 is this little dish that has "We Do" stamped into it. You can see that the luster hasn't come out very shiny. It's quite dull and matte, and it's also got a bit ground off the base, so it's a bit rough. That one's $5. 2J6 is this little luxe dish. You can see that the luster is really quite dull on that. It doesn't have a lot of shine. So that one's $5. 2J7 is another little lusted luxe dish. So the luster on that's quite dull. That's $5. And 2J8, another one with the luster quite dull around the edges. 2J9 is one of the watercolour jewellery dishes. So with this one you can see the glaze is just sort of pulled away in this area, so that's $5. 2J10, so this has got a slight little crack in the middle, but it doesn't go all the way through, so that is $5. 2J11 is with the rainbow coloured watercolour on it, just the yellow hasn't come through, so that's $5. 2J12 is this red and yellow one. The colour blend on this just wasn't the best, and there's a few dribbles on the outside, so that's $5. 2J13 is another one of the rainbow ones, so with this the colour mixed too much, so that's $5. 2J14 is this red and pink one, so once again the colour hasn't really come through the strongest, and there's a few speckles in the glaze as well, so that's $5. 2J15 is this red and orange piece. It's just got a slightly darker smear underneath the yellow, so $5. 2J16 is this blue and purple one. You can see the glaze has bubbled up a little bit just around here, so that's $5. 2J17 is this red and pink one. It's just got a little crack just in the middle here. Doesn't go all the way through though. 2J18 is this blue and purple one, so once again we've got a slight bubbling of the glaze around here, that's $5. 2J19, with this one you've got the glaze pulling away from these regions and taking the colour with them, so that's $5. 2J20 is this blue and black, so that colour just didn't really blend together at all, $5. 2J22, so black and blue again, just hasn't blended very well. 2J23, so this is the pink and the red, and you've got the glaze pulling away just around the corners here, so that's $5. And 2J24, so this is another rainbow one with just a little crack just in the middle. Doesn't go all the way through though, so that one's $5. 2J25 is this luxe dish with the matte, very matte luster around the edges, so that's $10. 2J26, so this is a little green bowl with the gold luster, so the luster is a little bit matte around the edge of that. 2J27, so with this one we've just got a slightly warped bowl, it's just the wrong shape. That one's $10. 2J28, so this the luster is just a little bit rough over this little section here because the clay underneath is a little bit rough. So that one's $10. 2J29, so another white one. You've just got a very, very, very slight crack just on the edge here. That one's $10. 2J30, so with this one you've just got the luster being a little bit matte. 2J31, so this is a green dish and you've got a matte luster that's just around the edges there. 2J32, so this is one of the platinum pieces, so this has just got a few black marks around the base, and that one's $10. And 2J33, so this is a platinum edge again, it's just a little bit patchy. 2J34, so this is another platinum dish. So this is the next size up. This one, the luster is quite patchy all the way around, so that one's $10. 2J35, so this is with the gold luster. The gold luster is quite patchy and a little bit matte as well, so that's $10. 2J36, this is one of my watercolor luxe pieces, so you can see with the spots the luster just hasn't worked very well, so that's $10 as well. And 2J37, so this is one of the hearts, and you can see that the luster is a little bit matte, not very shiny, and it's also missing a little patch of glaze down here as well. So that one's 15. And 2J38 is this little Mr. Mrs. set. So you can see that the luster isn't the shiniest on both of them, and the Mr. also has a few spots on the underside. So next is the samples. So SJ39 is this little sample that I've done with the dandelion seeds on it, so that one's $5. SJ41 is this watercolor dish where it's just come out quite pale, that's $10. SJ42, pink mango, also a little bit pale. SJ43, the blue and the darker blue, just coming out a little bit too pale. And SJ44 with the orange and the yellow, also just coming out more pale than we expected. So those are all $10. SJ45 is one of these dishes with the dandelion seeds on it. SJ46, also with the dandelion seeds, and SJ47 with the dandelion seeds. So those were all samples that I made, and they're all $15. And lastly we have SJ48, which is this little Mr. Mrs. heart dish with the platinum rim. So that one's $15 as well. And that's it for the jewellery pieces.